Good morning, everybody. My name is SUBHOBROTO, founder of the Digital Fellow. Today, I'm going to speak on, based on my experience across last almost 5 years, managing different types of industry. What I saw, there's a big content failure which is happening. The content marketing is failing across all industry, irrespective of large companies, small companies, SMEs, across different industries like banking, finance, for FMCG, durable, you name it, medical, tourism, holidays, hospital, everything. I think more than 18 or 19 different types of industries I've managed so far. Overall consulting I've done around 200, and I saw a common thread of problem, and that's the idea of sharing this valuable information with all of you, so that all of you understand the importance of content. Primarily, I'll tell you in 25 30 minutes, I will try to harp on the basic fundamentals of what are the areas people make mistake, so that you understand and you will able to not make these mistakes and take your brand forward. The first thing what I saw is a huge gap of knowledge. Most of the people coming across all these brands or brand managers or marketing people or so-called founders, whoever they hire, or the content writers, there are not much people who understand content marketing around whatever experience I've gone through. But 200 brands of advisors consulted, so it's a pretty large number. It's not a small number, but the common is that. So hence, my understanding is that most people don't understand. More, when I say most, there are not much good content writer also available in India. People don't read, they don't understand, they don't upgrade. So there's a old. They try to put in old content or what old structure or old theories into the new. Digital doesn't work like that. In fact, I have come across many consulting brands or many senior people who are self-proclaimed content marketeers, and they said that we understand content, we have been writing content for a very very long time. But the problem is that I have not seen people understanding tofu, bofu, mofu, top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel. There's absolutely no strategy. They ad hoc, they are happy making ad hoc content, and that's the reason company fail in terms of content marketing. Most of the brands I come across, the senior people who actually look for conversion, they try to push content marketing people that I'm looking for leads. They are very restless. They are not looking to build their brand in a funnel, what we call awareness stage, consideration stage, decision stage. They mix it up. They make khichdi out of everything. So that's the reason. If you ask any content writer, in fact, I've been content people who work with me. When I come across all these people who are hired by client or sometime agency people who generally hired by agent, the brands. When I ask them, how do you build your content? Can you tell me the content funnel is in sync with the sales funnel? So they don't have an answer for it, right? So henceforth, this is around 200 brands after managing and giving. I understand there's absolutely people don't understand strategy. They ad hocly make content. They make it's like spray and pray. You spray content all over all social media channel, and you pray that someone is going to buy and someone is going to see the brand, and you will get visibility. Still people, I'm talking about still big brands I consult, industry, steel, manufacturing, iron industry, shipping, pharma. They are only there. There's still a huge a bucket of people who are looking for. I'm looking for more likes. They don't understand blog, cut, copy, paste. From the competitors and so on and so forth. So these are the reason. I think I will tell you more in terms of this. Absolutely, what I can summarize. There's absolutely no strategy, right? And the beauty is that most content people or most content writers or most people who manage content writer, they also don't understand any strategy, right? So they generally try to cut copy paste from competitors blog. They try to cut copy paste from the industry, and and everybody is trying to make a quick buck or making a great impact on content. So now I'm going to talk on probable mistakes which I saw across all these 200 brands, and it's quite funny and quite strange. In spite of teaching them, in terms of educating them, people don't get it, right? The reason they get it, I realize this along with my own consulting. I've been actually advising. I've been also talking and speaking in various business school. Around 60 business schools I've covered so far, including the top B school in this country. I don't want to name those business school. If you see, the business school also don't generate or don't educate students who understand. So the digital learning don't start from a very core level, from a very fundamental level. So you get into digital after you're looking for a job, or you passed out, you're trying to try out some avenues to get a job in digital, and you try to try out in different things. So there is no fundamental structured way of teaching digital or content marketing, and hence everybody, one blind man is helping another blind man to cross the road. This is what I see, and that's the reason the content writers are very arrogant. Content people, most of the content writers are aged. They have aged in terms of, not in terms of, not only in terms of biological age, what I mean, but also in terms of the system. They don't upgrade. They are actually making whatever the clients is asking for. So since they cannot protect their creativity, they cannot protect their logic, they only they actually try to give what the client is asking. So they can't. They're mostly executionists, right? And the copywriters, right? The role of a copywriter and the role of a content writer are two different things. Most people and brands and top CEOs and MD don't even understand that, right? Now, advertising agency don't generate this type of people. You need to have a very skilled, very different skill. So I will not talk about deeper, but in the sense I see, there's not much of planning, there's not much of strategy. People are restlessly making content because your clients needs content, right? And your clients will tell you these are the competitors brands doing, and you should also follow. We should counter. We should have the same thing. So you cut, copy, paste the same thing which is going in the market, right? So what I see here, content marketing is actually very boring and very lonely job. It's a very lonely affair. So most content company or content marketing writers, it's, you have to put your head down and think about it, make a strategy, look for keywords, look at what people are talking in Quora, what are the search volume coming, which is the funnel where the search volume can be converted. Can I make most people don't even understand what is a 10x pillar content. 10x pillar content is not a landing page. 10x pillar content, if you read about the 10x pillar content, there are structured, there's a mind mapping. If you have to do, what are the brands you're managing, what are the features, what are the benefits, what are the core area. People don't even understand what is a persona. Persona is a fundamental, very important part of the digital marketing. I see 99.9% people don't execute. Either they don't know, or they really don't know how to function, make your content based on persona. In persona, what happens, you have frustration, goal. Most people make content on the bottom of the funnel, which is, this is my product, why don't you buy it? This is my offer, why don't you buy it? So it's a transactional content. Transactional content doesn't last. So most people don't know what is evergreen content. I'll tell you something interesting. If you really make a very valuable blog, generally a good life of a blog is almost 3 years. So if you make a great blog, a valuable blog, if the blog is really helping people to solve their problem, then that blog will actually give you revenue for the next 3 years. So these are issues, right? So these are huge gap I see in the Indian context. People hire very cheap, inexperienced writer, so-called copywriter or content writer, and they make a mess out of it, right? And also they don't know how they don't know understand business. They only know this is the brief and I'm going to write some 200 word. So their life is all about churning content based on words and 1 rupee per word, or to 50 paisa per word. People go to Facebook, I see lots of people are saying, I will give you 20 paisa per word, can you make a content? Obviously your content will not work, because a qualified person who understand the funnel, who understand content marketing, who understand drip marketing, who understand lead nurturing, who understand email marketing, who understand blog writing, who understand social media articles, who the difference between blog and an article and a white paper, research paper, theories. How will you get it at a 20 paisa per word? Office will, if you throw peanuts, you will get monkeys, right? So the problem is that there's a huge misunderstanding. What is a content? What is the role of a content writer? How powerful can content writer can be done? I'll tell you something interesting. When I started my company is a zero budget, right? When I started, I didn't have any fund to lavishly spend on advertising on Facebook or on Google. My entire brand is based on content marketing. I generate more than around 50 to 60,000 content every year for the last 5 years. More than 70,000 content. If you type my first name Shubhobro, not even Shubhobroto, you will find Google will tell you are looking for Shubhobroto Chakraborty. It's not that. There's no trick. It's all about content marketing. 99% of the business come from my LinkedIn and my Facebook and my Twitter and my SlideShare and my website. 99% of the people who comes to me all are strangers, they don't know me, so they get convinced by my content. All these 60 business school where I go and teach, where they find me, I never apply to any of the school. I don't go for pitching, I don't even look for business comes to me. So it's an inbound marketing technology or a theory or methodologies which I have practiced. It is available on internet. You can read my blogs, you can come to my website. There's a numerous amount of blog which I explains you what is content marketing, how it can be done. So if you don't know, so what is happening, if with a half baked information, with a half baked knowledge, you cannot survive in digital. So what you will do, you will spend your time 2 years, 1 year. See, I'll tell you another interesting thing. When I was sitting with in a place where more than 150 startups was there, most of the startup people who are ex companies, some senior people, they never followed. I've seen more than 80 to 90% of the company shutting down their shop within the first 6 to 7 months time. Everybody is doing randomly, random content with no meaning, with no sales funnel. They don't. So also I see another issue which I see predominantly happening in India is everything is based on gut feeling. Everything is based on gut feeling. There is no research, there is no theory. People are impatient, they don't want to listen to the customer. Whatever they need know, they try to use it. Content marketing doesn't work like that. So obviously you're going to fail, right? So something like that. How you make a content on a social media and bring that client to your Facebook, and from Facebook to your LinkedIn, or from LinkedIn to your website, from YouTube to your website, some Instagram stories to your website. How do you integrate each other? How do you do this meeting so that wherever the user is, he will gradually come and end to read your content, solve his problem, appreciate it, share it. How many people blogs get shared? Not much. How many times, if you ask yourself, how many blogs you have shared, how many blogs article you have shared? Very, very less, because on the internet 99% is crap, 99% are not original. So original content always get picked up by the Google search engine. Original content always get an authority. Original content will always get you business. So I have built my business only based because my the content marketing is pretty better, or it's efficiently done. People who come and work with me comes from content marketing. I've never hired anyone in my company. I've never hired anyone, and believe me, what you're hearing is right. I've never hired. People come to me and say, I want to work with you. I don't have the biodata. I don't have their CV. I never interviewed them. So I work with them for 6 months, and then I generally try to hire them. So all my company inside out are based on content marketing. And since I did my content marketing in a pretty good manner, so I have no advertising cost. I don't have to say that I do consulting. You come to me. So all this is possible if you do content marketing in a rightful manner. Content marketing in a 30 minutes presentation is very difficult to tell you. It's obviously not possible. But content marketing can be seen a very different level. You can actually see how many people you do analyze on the analytics on the content. How many people do a deep dive auditing of how the content is working, on which channel. So it's like how many people saw and how many likes you got and how many share is not about content. Once you put a blog, can you see the traffic is going up or down? When you remove bad content, or when you repurpose a good content, is there a reflection on the website? Is there a reflection of the traffic? How many people are coming? Whoever customers are coming to you, what all things they have read so far on the internet? All these things, if you consider, definitely your content marketing will be getting you business, right? So these are probable thing. Also, there's something called no need stage. Most people focus on I'm making content for my audience. No, you should also make for content for people who don't know you, who don't think they need your service, who don't think that your product is not have no relevance in their life. It's called no need stage. It is little above the top of the funnel. The funnel is like this: the tofu, mofu, and the bofu, which I said. So there's a blueprint I have explained in one of my blog. It says the blueprint of digital. There's a secret sauce. So these are something, if you read, you're going to make a great valuable company with a very 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 small cost. Your content is actually make you famous. Your content will, but if you copy, but if you you know if you copy, if you try to have a Xerox copy, or if you have a carbon copy of your 20 other competitors blog or content, obviously, see, human brain may not understand. Google understand each phrase by phrase plagiarism. If you do a check, Google will able to figure out that most of this content has been copied. So obviously a content writer salary is quite high, but obviously if you are paying a 20 paisa, 50 paisa, 1 rupee per word, you will not get a content writer. You will get a copy artist who will copy things, copy content in expert, whose job is to copy things from different thing and give you. And the moment you do that on your website, you're going to harm your digital life, you're going to harm your asset, you're going to, because Google is going to punish you, because your content are are not useful, not valuable. Now people don't look for it. Bounce rate will go out. The moment bounce rate will keep on going out, it is a quite signal that none of your content is holding the captive audience who is coming and looking for your content. So all these things are very very important for doing a content marketing. I'm going to talk quickly on the content marketing blueprint here. If you come and read my blog on the digitalfellow.com, you will be able to see and learn more. But a quick thing is that why content marketing fails. Content marketing fails because content are not made in the right manner. That's the most important reason why content marketing fail. There's something which is called buyer stages, buyer's journey. You actually interview 50 to 60 of your customers of different buckets. People who are customers, people who left you, people who are going to be a potential customers, so on and so forth. If you actually interview them, understand their buying cycle, what are the frustration level, what are the goal they're looking for, what are the problem they're looking in their life. If you build your content, don't try to only sell your feature. No one is interested to buy your feature. No one's interested to say, if you advertise, no one know how many advertising ads you remember when you watch a TV for 1 hour. Or probably not even 90% you will forget, you will not remember. So content marketing is no need stage. You should make a content on no need stage. You should make a content awareness stage. And there's a percentage which is 70, 20 and 10. Don't do it randomly, because your client is asking you to do, or maybe you are the content writer wants to learn. The 70, 20, 10, if you just change the percentage, because every lobe has 3 parts when we take a decision. That's how the content gets through us and then we react to it. So if you change the perception, you will not get any reaction. They will look at you, watch you, but you will not do any action. So you need the percentage of 70, 20 and 10. 70% the content on the awareness stage, so 20% is on the consideration stage, and the 10% is on on the bottom of the level, which is the decision making stage. So 70, 20 and 10 is the rule. Please try to follow. There's also a golden rule of content marketing when you're making content for website or landing page. What is it for me? Why will I believe you? And how will you, what is it? How will you do it, and why will I believe you? These are the 3 principles called the golden rule. Please learn Simon Sinek golden rule. You will understand all these theory are not based on some whimsical idea. All these theory are based on how human brain react and decode and understand a content, and understand anything which goes, what we see or what we hear. So content can be a visual, content can be a text, content can be a sound, right? A podcast. So these are all science. So content marketing is 99% science, and there's only 1% creativity. So if you don't know this, if you're randomly making content, thinking that you're making content, it's like you're standing in the dark and you're winking at the girl. So you think that you're winking and the girl is seeing you, but the girl can't look at you because can't see you because you are in the dark. So this is what is happening. Around 200 brands I've consulted so far. Everybody is in a dream. And they're thinking, they think and they assume and they dream that they are doing content. They're absolutely making trash. They're not making content. So these are something. There's something called hero content. There's something called hub content. There's something called hygiene content. Now, what is the percentage? This is something you should come and read in my blog. What is a hero hub? What is hero content? In awareness stage, consideration stage, advocacy stage, positioning stage? What type of hero content has to be done? In a hub stage, when you make a content for hub, you have to make what influencer are asking, what type of brand advocacy has to be done. So those are for form of an hub content. What is a micro content? What is a micro content? What is a small nano content? What is a snackable content? All these things you should know. Otherwise, if you're just making blogs or article or social media post, it is not considered content marketing, right? So if you tell your grandmother that I know cooking, and if your grandmother asks you, so beta, what type of cooking you do, you says, I can go to a kitchen and I can boil an egg, or I can make a Maggie. And your grandmother probably will say, my dear son, this is not considered as cooking. It's not cooking, right? So similarly, randomly making content is not content marketing. You may think, or you may assume, that I am working hard, I made some 50 posts. Post means nothing. Post actually means nothing if it is not valuable. Tell me, all of you have WhatsApp or group. How many valuable jokes you actually get? Do you read all the jokes? No. Do you read all the posts? No. You just scroll. Most of your blogs, an article, most of your groups, you have actually muted them. You don't even read them. You ignore them. So we are so ruthless. So imagine if you make the same type of content on social media, on post, people are going to mute you, right? People are not going to listen and taking of your trash. So trash content. So these are important. Next is there's an anatomy. There's a structure of anatomy of a content. What, how, and why, which I just now told you. So how to developing, what are the things a developing brand should do? What are the things an established brand should do? So you should not copy. Imagine you are a startup and you're copying something which a big brand is doing. Wrong. You will fail, right? So these are important. Distribution of content is also important. There's how you're distributing your content, in what platform you're distributing, how you're distributing, what are the time you're distributing, how are you analyzing A/B testing. 99 people talk, but they don't do it. They all lie. I've seen they don't do anything on A/B testing. They only make two campaign. They don't try out. They don't repurpose their content. Most of them. So most important is that, are you considering the visitor? Are you considering the lead? What type of lead? Are you considering the marketing qualified lead? Do you sit with a salesman? Do you sit with your sales funnel? Do you sit with your sales team? Do you have a business? Do you understand business sales number versus your content? How are you contributing? All these parameters are important. Content marketing is not a thing which you do it on silo and feel great that you have created lots of video and meme and you think you're doing a great job. No. Content marketing also have a waterfall theory, waterfall approach, by which you can there's also something called reverse waterfall, which is you make a pillar content, cut it into pieces, sprinkle them all around social media. From the social media, people will come to your landing page, people will come to your blog, people will come to your article, people come to your white paper, so on and so forth. So it's a waterfall theory. Sometimes we can use a waterfall theory, sometimes we can see a reverse waterfall theory. These are important. So content marketing checking, conclusion what I can draw is that content marketing is very complex. It's not an easy job. You need an expert to do it. It is not randomly making content. It is not that copying other thing and trying to learn. You should get yourself certified. There are a lot of content, examination going, free exam on the Google. You will figure out if you search. Sit for those examination, read those, pass those tests, understand what is a tofu, bofu, mufu, understand what is a content funnel, which has a relationship with the business funnel and the sales funnel. Try to talk to your customer, do a user journey mapping, try to do buyer persona, do an interview if you search buyer persona, what is persona, the process of understanding and execution buyer persona. You must do this. If you don't do it, you are thinking that you are doing digital marketing, but actually you are not. So that is the major reason. And it is quite tough and complex. It's not easy. It's actually very, very complex. It's not easy. Keyword analysis, hashtag. Do you understand primary hashtag, local hashtag, tertiary hashtag? Hashtag each has volume. If you're randomly posting content on Instagram, it will still not find out. People will not find you. Algorithm will not find you. Please understand, you are previously in a traditional world, we used to make content for human being. Now you don't make content for human being first. First you make content which should be first hooked by the Google spider or the crawler or the robots, right? The code, the coding robots which picks up, or the search engine. So if your content is not search, how will a human being will find you? Think about it. So these are the reason, these are the majorly reasons why content marketing fell. I welcome all of you to come to my Digital Fellow website. There are lots of blogs where I mention how to write content, what are the process of content, what is a buyer journey, why buyer journey is important, why content funnel is important, why sales funnel, content funnel important, in what stage you will do what. If your product is in the PLC curve, which is product life cycle, if you're on a growth stage, if you're introductory stage, if you're a maturity stage, in each stage what type of content you should do. It's a mammoth study. I've been doing 200 out, after working with 200 brand, and I saw same mistake. Everybody do the same mistake. So if you do that, please learn or marketing or brand audit. With the help of brand audit, you will figure out what are the anatomical structure in terms of blog, what are the things required in writing a blog, or how to write a headline, how many characters are written in a headline, what is a headline analysis. You can actually make lines. You can actually, there are tools by which you will be able to analyze. Headline analyze is one of the tools name. You can search on Google. It's a free one. If you write a headline, it will tell you this is a complex sentence, human brain will not able to read, so on. There's something called where you can text, you can see what is the power of the word. There are 180 keywords which are keywords which triggers human brain, by which you can make them act. There are colors of used on a content call to action button. You need to read most of the content. I have huge blogs on this. I welcome all of you to come and read it, get yourself educated. And if you have many more questions, reach out to me. I am searched on Google, SUBHOBROTO CHAKROBORTY. You will find me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, you name it, I'm there. You can reach out to me. I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to help you. I'm also available on my call. If you search my name, you will be able to find my number. You can text me, WhatsApp me. Happy to help you. I hope my talk was quite valuable to you. I hope it helps your life. I hope you make more money, because I make more money by doing content marketing without spending anything, right? Content marketing is all I do, and I get loads of business. So thank you so much. I hope you loved it. Leave your comment, and I'm happy to also learn from you. Let me know if any way we will able to help you understand what content marketing and what content marketing is how correctly you can do this, and right you can do this. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you for giving me time and opportunity to speak in this forum. Thank you so much. Thank you, ACF.